How are you?
I'm very good, very good. Thank you, thank you.
First of all, is this your first time visiting Kuwait or have you been here?
Yes, it's actually my first time visiting, coming to Kuwait.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I've been to some countries in Middle East, but never been to Kuwait. So it's been a nice time the last couple of days in
How do you
Kuwait.
like it so far?
Well, firstly, the weather is good, it's great. The hospitality is fantastic. Yeah, the
what-
people, even whether is it in a hotel, the reception, the people at the store, everybody I meet, they have been very nice.
Nice.
Yeah, much. I would say I'm very pleasantly surprised.
That's
Yeah,
very
by the
good to hear.
hospitality.
I'm very glad to hear that. And one of
Thank
the
you.
things that you mentioned is weather.
Yes.
Usually our weather is really
Yeah.
warm and hot, but you were lucky in the past few days.
Yeah.
So-
No, I mean it's nice. Yeah,
Good,
it's
good,
comfortable.
So, if you don't mind, can you introduce yourself?
Okay, well, so my name is Boon. My name is Boon Soon. I'm a Singaporean, but I've been based in Switzerland for the last 17 years, and I've been with Corum for the last 12 years, since 2011. So currently, I'm now the vice president of Corum. So we are two vice presidents in Corum reporting directly to the shareholders in Hong Kong. So I'm in charge mainly in all the aspects from sales, marketing, communications, product development, after sales, everything that is external, is all under my care. Yeah, and then I have another colleague who's looking after all the internal aspects of the brand. Yeah.
Amazing. In the past 12 years, there's huge and major changes in Conan, correct?
Yes.
One of them is the ownership, if I'm not mistaken.
Yep. When I first joined, it was under the Wunderman Foundation, which was, of course, by Mr. Severin Wunderman, who unfortunately passed away in the year 2008 or so. And then, due to the changes, due to the foundation, the bylaws of the foundation, the brand was actually sold to a Hong Kong listed company in the year 2013. Yeah, I joined the company in 2011, so I've also seen the evolution. I took part also a little bit in the process of the acquisition.
Okay.
So yeah, there have been changes of ownership, changes of management, and also a little bit, also much on the product direction, the overall strategy of the brand itself. Yeah.
If you want to explain Corum in a short 1-2 minutes to somebody who doesn't know anything about film,
Yeah.
how would you do it?
Well, it's very well. Corum in 1 or 2 minutes, that's almost impossible, but I'll try.
Do your best.
I would say Corum has always been the brand that has. Corum has always been a brand that has been known to do what are timepieces that are different from the rest of the world. For example, when we launched the Emeralds in the year 1960, it was the first square-shaped watch. Yeah, water resistant. We were doing haute couture watches before the haute couture even existed with the feather. We were working with luxury automobiles like Rolls-Royce before anybody was doing that. So we were always ahead of our time. We were always a leader and not a follower. So that has always been Corum, the philosophy of the brand. And I would say, yeah, we are not a brand that is for everybody, because we are a special brand for a special person. Yeah.
That's actually very good. If you take if you take one watch to you personally,
Yes.
that represent Corum, which one would you select?
That represents Corum. I would say it's actually the concept watch that I'm wearing now. That we actually showcased in Geneva Watch Days this year. This watch actually represents everything about Corum in one watch, because it represents the past and it also represents the future. Because this watch talks about sustainability.
Okay.
And when we talk about sustainability, it's about 3 different aspects. The environmental sustainability, watchmaking sustainability, and society sustainability. Yeah, we are using recycled materials with a recycled titanium case and a recycled textile.
Okay.
Why do we use textile? Is because the textile industry is one of the world's biggest pollution. Yeah.
Yeah.
So we wanted to create some awareness in our own little way. Yeah. And then when we talk about watchmaking sustainability, at the case back of the watch is all the engraving about how the movement works. So this is also to teach the next generation when we are no longer here, because we are all just keepers, and we are never going to be here forever. So this is also to give something to the next generation.
So you mean on the case back,
Yes.
if I'm a watchmaker, if you don't
Yes.
mind.
Yes,
So
of
if I'm a
course.
watchmaker in 20 years, I
Yes.
can service the watch knowing just from the case back?
You can understand how the movement works itself.
You don't mind.
Yeah, of course.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so there's the engraving about even the different aspects, where the screws are, how the winding system, what is the winding system, and so on. So this is a little bit of fun in our own way.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then the last part about sustainability, when I talked about it earlier, society sustainability. This watch, all the components are all done by suppliers which are within a 35-kilometer radius from Corum.
Okay.
Why do we choose that? Because watchmaking in the past, in La Chaux-de-Fonds, in Le Loc, how it started, was always working with your neighbors, working with the best artisans around you. So this is our way of also giving back to the society. So that's why this watch represents Corum to me in a very nutshell, because it's all about the sustainability of the brand, of the heritage of watchmaking. And then towards the future, because this design that you see is also representing the future designs, the future direction of where the brand is going to go.
Okay.
So to me, this in a nutshell is a watch that truly
Very-
represents Corum.
Very interesting answer, because to me,
Thank
or
you.
what I think and I know about
Yeah.
Corum is that I had different watches in my mind. The golden bridge, I had the coin.
Yes.
That's what represent, I think about Corum and the bubble maybe.
Yeah.
Because when I started getting to watches, I remember the bubble was a big hit. A lot of
Yes.
people wanted it big, very weird looking watch.
Yeah.
And that's actually a very interesting watch. It's a very good, a big mission that is
Yes.
on your brand.
In fact, like what you mentioned, one of the main reasons when I joined Corum was also because I was in love with the bubble.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Where I remember when I was interviewing for Corum, they asked me what is my favorite watch in Corum at that point in time, and to me it was bubble. Because at that time I was still relatively young. Yeah, then to me that represents also something fun, something unique, but yet it's still Swiss made, it's still Swiss haute horlogerie. So it's something that represents every one of us. Yeah, young, fun, different, wanting something different.
True.
Yeah, and then as I go along, of course, I love the Golden Bridge because of how unique it is.
Yeah.
The emeralds, yes, but again, to me, in one watch, this is it. Yeah.
Perfect. Very nice. Very nice.
Thank
Because,
you.
as I said, and I noticed, if you notice, a few months ago, there was a big movement within the vintage world about going back to the first generations of the Golden Bridge.
Yes.
If you follow the market and
Yes.
vintage people. I don't remember the name of the watchmaker. You remember the name of the watchmaker who created the Golden Bridge?
Mr. Vincent Calabres.
Yeah, so
Yes.
there is a huge movement towards these. And as I said, this is what I think about Corum, and what I like about Corum is also, you do have, you said for someone special, yet you have very classical watches. If you go from the bubble, which is very crazy, to the Golden Bridge, this is very classical, yet this is very modern and youthful, which is very nice, very nice. That's what and then one of the things that I want to talk about, which I like personally, is that the coin watches you used to make.
Yes.
Sorry, before jumping to that, I actually have a friend who owns the Rolls Royce.
Oh, okay.
It's very interesting. I
Yeah.
still remember it. The coin watches, are you still producing them? What was the idea behind them back then and now?
Well, I mean, the coin watch actually at the point in time in 1964 was actually based on a request.
Yeah.
And then after slowly it evolved into a full-fledged collection. We have always done it in the US $20 gold coin. Yeah, that was the original. But then after that, when it moved into a collection, we did it with $10 gold coin, the silver coin. We have done it with coins from other countries as well. We have even done coins that were collectible coins by different collectors. Yeah, in fact, also recently, a couple of years ago, one of the unique watches that we did at Corum was actually a special gold coin that I commissioned the Corum, my colleagues, to produce it for me, because it was based on a coin that my father gave to my son, as a heritage. So, but for me, I converted that into a watch because I felt that, having a coin for a 10-year-old kid is easy to lose, but having a watch is going to be more difficult, and that is something also that can be remembered by my son, in the future as well. So to us, and also at Corum, this is something that we believe in because we are all just keepers of the brand. We are here to keep a heritage. And how do we do heritage? Is again special watches for special people. Coin watches is definitely something that has been unique in the industry. Also, just like the other models, but we are having some problems because also we are having problems with the sourcing of the coins.
Sure,
because as you go along, the coins are getting rarer and rarer.
And more expensive.
So that is one thing. But again, we are coming back with the production of the coins that will be ready for next year.
Okay. So we'll be waiting for these. And what do you think are the most popular models today? When we talk about the current collection.
For us, the most popular collection I would say is still the bubble. Because of the younger generation. But again, in terms of value, then there's still Golden Bridge. But because the bubble allows us to really try to do something that's very different from the regular watches. Like for example, we have the skull, we have the X-ray skull.
Artistic.
It's just like a painting or something artistic on the dial. The X with the sapphire crystal that acts like a magnifying glass.
And they have one here on display, which is very interesting.
Yes.
And I loved it when he did it. Is that you kept the same shape, but you have a central tourbillon, which was really very pleasing to see.
Yes. I think for us also the idea came in a sense where how do we take the heritage, the philosophy of Mr. Wunderman when he created the bubble in the year 2000, and how do we go further? So that is always something that we try to do. So for example, in the year 2021, we launched the X-ray skull, firstly because that was Mr. Wunderman was the first person to put a skull on the watch. Then the central tourbillon for us was always the pinnacle of watchmaking. So for us, the bubble might be a fun watch, but it also represents Swiss haute horlogerie.
Of course.
So what better than to put a central tourbillon, and on top of that, with the magnifying glass of the bubble, it feels like it's really floating and flying in the watch.
Yes, definitely. This is as I said, when I saw it, was like the first thing that put my attention to. So towards the end, let's talk about your plans. You just introduced this few weeks, months now.
A couple of months.
Couple of months. So what are we expecting from Corum in the near future?
Well, Corum in the near future, I would say we are moving from a very different direction. We are moving back to also the philosophy of Mr. Banvat, of being an exclusive brand, of being a brand that is not for everybody. Again, of trying to be going back to being special. That is number one. And then also the year 2025 is the 70 years of Corum. So we are actually planning a series of activities, including watches, that represents also the future direction of the brand, while at the same time keeping the DNA of how Mr. Banvat would do, what Mr. Wunderman would do if they were still alive today, and making sure that they are not going to be screaming at us and say, why are you doing this? But congratulations, you are keeping our philosophies alive.
Which is, I think, is the hardest thing to do with brands. Sometimes it's really hard to do that. And then my last question would be your visit to Kuwait. So why is Kuwaiti market is important, or the GCC in general, the Gulf regions for Corum?
I think the Gulf region has always been probably a region that has been a little bit neglected by a lot of brands. I mean, Kuwait to us actually represents an important market also because of the relationship that we have with the Babarani family as well. I mean, the support that they have also given us, even though we officially started working together just about 1 year or so, 6 months to a year, but they have actually been regular in contact, regular supporters of the brand. And to us also, the Kuwaiti the Kuwaiti in the market, I would say, yeah, actually represents what we want to do or who we are as a brand. We may be small, yeah, we may be a small brand. We are not producing huge quantities and so on, but we are in our own different way, trying to create a noise. Yeah, just like Kuwait, if I'm not wrong, is has also proven itself to rise up from adversity in the past. Yeah, and now is probably the number within the top three of the biggest GDP in the Gulf region. Yeah, for us at Corum, we are a small brand again, but we have our voice.
Yeah.
We have done things that have allowed us to rise from adversity, and this is something that is very, I feel, is very similar. Yeah, we have we we have done we have had issues, we have had problems, we have encountered whether it's COVID, we have encountered even a tornado in Lashudaphone, which was totally unexpected, and so on.
it's very sad.
But we have reason. Yeah, and I'm sure just like Kuwait also, we will also be back with a bang.
Yeah,
Yeah,
definitely.
yeah.
Thank you very much for your time.
Thank you
I
for
really
your
hope
time.
the event, you enjoy the event today and enjoy Kuwait.
Thank you
Thanks
so
a lot.
much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Thank you.